It is July 27th, 2024, and we're here for free practice 3. Hey, everyone. Good, you guys can hear me. I want to thank Paula, Meow, Santho, Yentl. Again, this is you're listening to the Racing Sisters YouTube channel, and this is Grash with you live with the Belgium 3 Practice 3. Again, I want to thank everyone who's here, Danish, Yentl. I want to thank the 610 who are here right now. It's early morning for me. 5:26 a.m. Ooh, they've got the wets and the intermediate compounds on the tire compound. So the slicks are going to be C4, C3, C2, but we've got potential for rain coming in. Is it raining right now? No, it is dreary. It is overcast and it's foggy. So it could rain at any moment at this point. It looks like. Whereas yesterday we had a 40 cents chance. Yeah, it's damp. Okay, so it's not saying it's raining on. It's saying it's raining on the F1 TV. 18 degrees Celsius with track temperature 21 degrees. Humidity 89 degree high, obviously, with so much water in the air. Any chance of rain quality? Probably yes. Yeah, that given where things are, rain was predicted all weekend long. There was again chance yesterday, but yeah, we've got about 2 minutes to go before the start of practice. So this will be interesting. Looking at those, yeah, thank those who welcome me. Um, yeah, thank you for finally turning on the sound. 8 more likes before we hit the like. Again, we got what 197. We can get to 3 more likes. There we go. 201. Thank you so much for getting over 200. If you haven't liked or subscribed right now, now's a great time. By subscribing, you can hit the bell. You'll get notifications when we go live. You could also join the channel. And so those like Andrew, Paula, Samantha, these are the ones that in green. They also have a badge, star next to their names. They've joined the channel, and basically, one of the perks of them joining the channel is they have access to special emojis specifically for them. Drop this into chat for you right now, and just looking right now. So Max Verstappen is going to be the first one out onto track. He's going to be on intermediate tires. F1 TV did not show him line up, which I wish they had, but he is the first one out on track. He's going to be the first one to set a time. Now, times now because the track is wet, it's raining, so we saw 142s, 143s. Yeah. We're not going to see any of those times with the track this wet. So Bottas will be the next one out. He's going to go out on a wet tire. That's going to be interesting. And Max has gone wide on an intermediate. So getting our first looks of the track right now, and it is again. Mackey saying there are at least 25 minutes of rain expected. When is qualifying local time? It'll be about 3.5 hours from now. So this session will run about, well, yeah, runs for an hour, and then this 2.5 hour gap between FP3 to quali. Again, they're replaying when Max went off the track. It's again foggy. Again, this is not a good scenario. Replaying one of Oscar Piastri leaving the track. Oh, and each of these cars are leaving a huge wake of spray behind them. I mean, it's interesting to look for a single car, but like we've only got 10 cars on track, 11 cars on track. It's just going to be car after car putting up a spray behind them. Look at. Oh, looking at what you guys are saying in chat right now. Raphael, Mercedes isn't offering a seat, probably. Yeah, Mercedes doesn't seem to have an interest to jump in with Carlos. I mean, the Alpine seat is still open. The Williams seat is still open. And then the Audi seat is still open for Carlos. And those are the three likely scenarios for him. Ooh. So Ricardo yesterday said there was something weird with the car. They brought it in and saw that there was an issue right away with the car. So now Daniel's out. He's not feeling car feels right. Just radio just happened. So just putting two from yesterday to today. There is this time on display. If you look up at the corner, we normally we're using the bar at the top from multi-viewer. So like right now, there's 54 minutes and 50 seconds as it runs right now. Monica in chat says Toto said last week that everything's still open regarding Colors. It was a German interview, so I don't know how well spread it is. I mean, there's also gamesmanship of saying everything's open and never say never. Slime. Oh. So it rain. They're reporting that the rain is coming out harder. There's as the cars go by, they're kicking up more and more spray. Why did Max go out? They're reporting that there's a new wing, different wing spec that Max is running, and he wanted to get out there to make a feel of the wing as soon as possible. So one of the things right now, I think the only two have not gone out have been Magus and Science, and so I'm trying to give you a clue. Again, we've got, let's see, subsectors. So as it stands right now, we've got 14 cars that have gotten out on track and have set a actual lap. We've got 4 cars that are, so Stroll, Russell, Hamilton, Hulkenberg are on out laps at the moment. We're starting there. So like Hamilton, Russell, Stroll, Hulkenberg are starting. Okay, they just finished the lap. Okay, so Stroll just finished his lap. So Russell, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Magnussen and Sainz are still in the pits, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I'm wondering where the mini sectors went as well. That was helpful. I will mention that to race statistics. So there's a different layout that we've used before, where we see basically bars for. There we go. In this layout, basically, we've got the bars. So we've got the sector times, and then we've got the bars basically that show the progress in subsects, the microsectors, the subsectors of a sector. So we're seeing like right now Norris, as he crossed the line, he was the fastest. Of course, he was on a hot lap, so he's on a cool lap right now. So he was coming across the line fast. Um, like Stroll, on his current lap, he has done improved in some sectors. But not all. Started the second sector not improving. You can't see Norris. That's a good question. Where's Norris? Where is he on the track? That's a good question. He's gone off the track again. gone wide. Ooh, that is one of the V-carbs going through gravel. Yeah, that's a good question. Where is Norris on track? He's not showing up. Oh, and there's Lance Stroll. We have our red flag. What just happened to him? He has come to a stop on. Well, they're all going to come to a pit now. He's coming down that curve. So I need to jump to Stroll's camera to give you a better view. Driver cam. Stroll. Okay. All right. So I've jumped back a couple seconds before things shut off. And yeah, he basically took a hard hit over one of the curbs, spun around, and basically found himself into the wall, and then managed to roll down the track a little bit more, about a few yards, about 30 to 50 yards. Go back and look at it one more time. Around, yeah, hit curbs. Yeah, he hit curbs, and there was just a moment where he just loses the car. Um, and he just spins around and hits the wall on the left side, and that front left wheel collapses. And he looks to be okay. Yeah, he strolls getting out of the car. Back to my. So we are in a red flag scenario. It's 45 minutes, 55 seconds to go right now. We are in a red flag because Stroll has basically lost control of the car, spun and hit the wall. And at this point, everyone's back into the pits except for Stroll. Given that we've got a red flag right now, we've got we've got a sponsor this weekend that's going to be Pure VPN, and we've got an ad for you to play. You're going to hear Ryan's voice in a moment, so I'm just giving you a heads up before we roll it. And anytime you want to do it, Race Statistics.
This livestream is sponsored by PureVPN. If you ever tried to access online content only to be met with a message saying this content is not available in your region, you are not alone. Many people face territorial restrictions that are especially painful when you are traveling, and we, the F1 fans, know that very well. PureVPN has a solution to this issue by quickly changing the location of your device, which allows you to access content that may be restricted in your current region. For example, if you're watching Formula 1 on ORF or Sirbus TV in Austria, but for this race you had to travel to a country where these channels are restricted, PureVPN will quickly allow you to change your device location and enjoy your favorite program or app. All you have to do is log into your PureVPN account and change the location to one of 6,000 VPN servers in more than 65 countries, and you're all set within seconds. By clicking the link in the description below, you will get 80% off and 3 months for free if you sign up today. But that is not all. For all Racing Statistics fans listening right now, you will get an additional 10% discount by using the coupon RACING10. Follow the F1 action with pure BPN and Racing Statistics.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Race 60 YouTube channel. This is Grash. Right now, we're in a red flag scenario after Stroll hit curbs, lost control of the car, spun out, and then the point of collision with the wall was in the left front tire, and it collapsed the tire as it's supposed to. And right now, they are using the crane to lift Stroll's car off the track onto a flatbed. Can they fix lanes before quality? Yeah, they should be able to fix this. The car isn't massively damaged. You know, it basically the front left tire collapsed as it's supposed to in that scenario. Got Yento Paul Smooth. Frank is here. Anna Sorso. Meow is here. I'll call out some of you green chatters. Thank you. The family, I call you guys. Again, one of the perks of being in a green chatter is again, you've got a green name, you got a badge, you also have access to the emojis. Those of you who are here after month after month, you will also get a free super chat, which will be highlighted and we'll call out. Nope, nope. Time is running in. So in a red flag scenario, in practice, time continues. So we are losing practice time because they've got to clear the track properly. This is different from Quali, where when a red flag comes out, the clock stops, and will only and the other thing we gotta be mention is that the session only resumes if there's enough time left. So that basically, if there's under 2 minutes left in a session won't resume in Quali. So that will end. If you're at the end of a Q1 Q2, it'll end the session. They'll move on to the next. They'll move on to the next qualification session. If it's Q3, we're under like 2 minutes to go, then they'll end the session, and that'll be end for Quali. But again, here in practice, the time still runs because it's a measured time period specifically. Again, people are asking, Stroll hit a curb, spun around, and he ended up into the wall. It's like he didn't hit the back of his car. They're showing Stroll's incident in slow-mo now, which makes it even worse. But he's lucky that he didn't hit the back of the car. Let's see. We got so race control says that the session will resume at 12:50 local time. So that will be in about a minute or so. Yeah, I keep pointing out busy day F1 the Olympics. Yeah, I mean the games have already started. I know there are events that started 2 hours ago. There may actually be medals awarded already. I have to check, but there's a couple of events that they have. They have an event. They run their first events. It's usually like a shooting event. It's usually the one of the fastest. Not sure why. So we are back to green light running. Whether or not anyone comes out is another question. again, this red flag just happened about um like 6 minutes ago. Yeah, guys, don't be crude. Yeah, the red flag is gone. We are now in green flag, but it's a question of will anyone go out onto the track? The people they were starting to come in as it was already. No, they're in their cars. Showing Oscar in his car. So the issue basically that one of Will Buxton just came on and basically said that all the cars are set up for tomorrow because they expect it to be dry tomorrow. But they now have to figure out how to drive car set up for the dry in this wet condition today, um, because ultimately it's going to end up. I think it's what they're going to have to deal with in quality later on today. Do drivers design their own helmets? Depends on the situation. Not always. Like right now, like obviously, Akon and Gasly have helmets that were designed for them to promote the Wolverine and Deadpool Wolverine film that's out now. But other drivers do have um, say over what their helmet is. I know. I think Lando did a basketball helmet for Austin one year. I know Vettel has been and Verstappen have done custom helmets of their designs, but they've also had helmets of other people have designed for them as well. So, person asks, did the timer keep on going during the red flag? Yes, because of the practice, the timer still went on. I want to thank the 1700 here that are watching right now as we wait for a car to come back on track after that red flag. We were kind of moving towards. So who are we looking at here? It's one of the Mercedes. It's Hamilton's car. It's basically the front nose cone is off of Hamilton's car at the moment. So they're doing something on the car, but he's not coming out on track. Is free no free practical is currently happening right now. We're just not seeing any car on track right now, which is all the teams. It's a team like all the teams collectively have not decided to send a car out on track. We got Sainz in his car. He's ready to go out. It's just there's no. They're finding the teams are collectively saying basically there's no value to put someone out on track with this rain at the moment. We got 429 likes so far. We could break 500 before this session is over. Possibility rain. It is raining right now, and that's one of the issues. Is that just before Stroll had his incident that brought out the red flag, the rain had intensified, and it's coming down pretty. They've got a shot. I'm not sure where this is, but there is water pooling on the side. Why is no one going out? Because it's raining too hard at the moment. Um, when will the start? It has started already, unfortunately. I mean, we're going into 33 minutes and 45 seconds right now in this session left, and the past. We're going on almost 10 minutes now. That no car on track. Since it's gone green flag. Sorry, 7 minutes since the green flag. At some point, the future Formula One is going to be what Formula E is all like. Um, Not very likely, actually. I know Formula One can't go all electric because of Formula E. There's an agreement and other things in place. See, it's Troll saying I've never actually sat to watch F1 before, even though I thought it was interesting. I'm curious to see it. Yeah, I definitely definitely get a. This is probably one of the races that will probably be interesting to watch, because of quali will be interesting. Max will have to won't be at the front of the grid. He'll be pushing forward through the pack. And yeah, they're definitely going to be. So the two stories already from yesterday is that Max is going to be has taken a new engine, and that in result is going to give him a 10 place grid penalty after qualification. And then doesn't matter what Yuki does, he's going to be back of the grid because he basically took a whole new car with parts. Just going to ask again who brought the red flag again. This was about 20 minutes, about in the last 20 minutes. Stroll basically spun and hit the wall. Front left of his tire hit the wall and it collapsed the tire as it's supposed to. And it brought out the red flag. We've been green flag for about 9 minutes now. And we've had not seen a car come out on track. Actually, it's actually raining even harder. They would have had to go out on wet tires, and I'm not even sure the wet tires would have done their job in this rain. And the other issue is, excuse me, the other issue is with this amount of rain, the spray that would have been shot up by the cars would have been immense, and that's see how things go. What happened, Sonny? He just hasn't had a chance to go on track. He didn't go out when cars were out on track. I mean, they've been shown shots of him in the car. Whose car are we looking at here? It's one of the McLarens. The nose is off. I think both Oscar and I know they showed a shot of Oscar and either Oscar or Lando out of his car. Yeah, until Am I Singing in the Rain? Guess what song? I mean, there's a song called Singing in the Rain. It comes from the film Singing in the Rain, and then it's used in a weird way in Clockwork Orange. But that's another. How many flag stations on the? I mean, the flag stations are. I mean, there's more than just humans waving flags. There are also the little placards that are across the grid as well, and they have they're set up specifically to be visible in all sorts of weather. They are considered flag stations as well for that purpose. Also, with the flag system, when race control says that they're throwing a yellow flag, moving on to whether it's a yellow flag or virtual safety, that's actually displayed to the drivers on their dashboards. Allie's asking possibly a rain during quali in a race. Yeah, well, I mean, definitely during the quali. The expectation right now is that tomorrow will be dry. We'll see how that goes. Nana saying no other team than Red Bull is doing well. That's actually not true. The McLarens were 1-2 in FP2 yesterday. Max was third, so they actually have a very good car at the moment. Maybe even better than Red Bulls at the moment. As I just came back, are they stopping because of weather? They're not. Well, technically, it has not stopped. Have they put a car on track since the red flag? No. Please, getting close to 500 likes right now. Yeah, 484. If we can get 16 more, we'll break 500. That would help us with the YouTube algorithm. I know this is not the best given that we are dealing with so much rain at the moment. Will the FP3 start? FP3 is running right now. We are looking at a 27-minute left on the timer. What happened to Science? He just didn't go out in the first 15 minutes of running before Stroll hit the wall. That's only it. I mean, there's not much I can tell you. I mean, same thing with K-Mag. They just didn't go out on track. Why is everyone in the pits? It's just raining that hard. Ooh. So Pedro Fittipaldi is one of the reserve drivers, I believe. He's the Haas reserve driver. He's an F2 driver as well. Why they're not going? One of the reasons why they're not going out onto the surface is because okay, they've gone back to a red flag now. But part of the issue that they're dealing with is that there's been a lot of parts of the track have been resurfaced, and particularly over those pit lane entrance exits. I think it was an entrance, I believe. There's a lot of standing water on the track where there hadn't been, which makes this track even more dangerous. So we're back to a red flag now. And this is now just race control just saying the track is not as dangerous to to drive on at this point. So we're red flag we're basically because of the track condition. Spa 2021 repeat. Yeah, this is basically them now emitting, and they've got the safety car out, the medical car, as you guys call it, and it's in red this weekend. Yeah, so the F1 commentary, the this is not the F1 website. Basically, is either there's too much standing water on the track. It's either that or the medical helicopter can't take off in these conditions. I mean, it's just raining really hard. So we got the medical car, and it's on track at the moment. Why do we have a replay? Why red flag instead of blue? It's because it's too there's too much standing water on the track. It's basically we're about the meta car is heading out. So Stroll's car has been returned to. It looks like it's been returned back to the garage. Normally that's happened after the session ends. So I want to again. We've got 22 minutes to go in this session. We're in a red flag. Again, it's the track conditions are not too dangerous to race at the moment. There is a lot of standing water on the track, and that's part of the issue with that is that is a function of being new track surfacing. So the drainage is not. There's more opportunity for water to puddle on the track. McLaren just basically is saying it's water on the track. But one of the other issues is that the medical copter, if the medical copter can't fly, that would be a huge safety issue. That I think we're leaning towards there's just too much water on track. Gasper Stroll moment. Yep, Stroll hit the wall again. This was about we're about was 20 minutes ago. We went green again, so it's about 25 minutes ago. Stroll hit the wall. Oh. Yeah, we don't tolerate any racial bullshit. Sorry, I mean, I know you were caught by the bot, but I'm throwing you out. See, some of you guys are talking about the Olympics and the Olympic opening ceremony. I caught part of the ceremony last night. It was weird. I specifically saw the part where they went from Les Mis to heavy metal to back to classical music in a course of like 10 minutes. Um, what was that? Disgrace, mock a religion, so much satanic stuff. So why blue tires even exist? Yeah, we're at the point where blue tires are. Oh, okay. Well, let's just red flag again. That's a good question. Again, one of the issues with the blue, it's one of the issues with the blue tires is that with this much rain, particularly here at Spa, um, the the issue becomes less about the capability of the tire to do what it needs to do, but it's the spray of water that's coming off the back of the car, and that's something that F1 is working on. They're trying to figure out how to add spray guards onto the cars to help to reduce that, so they could be racing in more weather conditions. Got a shot of helmet Marco right now talking. Looks like Horner and GP and Max are all talking together. Oh, Racing is saying that this stream will stay on until quali. We will have some stats on screen and wait together for the quali session. We're asking again, why was the red flags? Why is the session red flagged? It's because it's just basically track. It's raining too hard, and there's water pulling on the track, is what I'm gathering at the moment. You need to optimize those brake. Yeah, they haven't been working. From what I understand, the last two attempts to use the spray guards that have been designed haven't worked. So that's the issue that we're dealing with right now. Yeah, it's something that keep an eye on. They'll like F1 TV. What? Oh, what are they showing? Is this the karting track? I think they're showing a shot of the karting track, and there's like tons of people on the karting track. That's oh, so F1 TV is basically is showing the karting track where people are spinning. There's one wow, someone's stranded on a curve. F1 TV is now doing a replay of said karting track. One person spun and got into the gravel on the karting track. Oh, that's interesting. No red flag in the karting track. Yeah, no yellow flag apparently on the karting track as well. Yeah, we are got 14 minutes 15 seconds left to go in this session right now. No one again. We are in a red flag scenario because of the weather. No way they're showing carts. Yeah, they're showing carts. They're showing the carts and a replay on the carts, no less. Um, More action than we've had in the past half hour, unfortunately. Has the rain reduced? Not really. Got a kid with Elsa boots on. F1 is doing their best to get shots of the people in the crowd. Looking at what you guys are right now. FP3 is cooked. Yeah, pretty much. Um, we're getting closer and closer to the point where race control might just say the session might not resume. In the meanwhile, right now we've got 1,500 of you watching right now. I don't blame for those of you who are taking off. Um, we're 567 likes so far. We're about to hit 600. Now's a great time to like and subscribe. We do. Session hasn't ended yet. Not official end. Oscar's climbs out of his car. They're reporting that Lance is back into the team's hospitality section. He's okay, so they're going to repair his car so he can go out for quali. Why is there a red flag? Ultimately, the weather is too much for cars to be racing on this track, and it's either one of two things they reported. It's either that the standing water, there's a lot of standing water on this track, and that's probably the primary reason. But also, if they can't get the medical copter up in the air because of the weather conditions, that would bring out a red flag as well. But McLaren has reported out there's like a lot of standing water, and part of that reason why there's a lot of standing water on this track right now is because they resurfaced it, and the resurfacing basically allows the water to pool where it had it previously. We have no ETA for when this red flag is going to end. So we could go another 11 minutes and the session could be we could go the whole rest of the session under red flag, given where things are going. Be Sir Max Verstappen, we love you. I don't know if he's a sir. It's not British or UK from the UK, so I'm not sure he's been knighted in some particular way. Uh, but there are a lot of Max Verstappen fans in chat here. And we got a lot of fans of like every, Oscar, Norris, well, not necessarily Gasly, but Hamilton fans, Science fans, Carlos fans. Do people buy separate tickets for FP? I think it's more of a day ticket. They buy a ticket for the day per se, not necessarily just for one session. I was looking through. Was he knighted in? So you guys are saying that Max is often in the Order of the Orange Nassau. It's kind of like knighthood for the Dutch. That is a new piece of information. Guys, what happened? Why is this red flag from Reggio? Basically, it's because the weather is coming down too hard for them to be on track. FP3 is ongoing right now. We have was that 9 minutes and 9 minutes to go in this session. Is it because it's rain? Yeah, and part of it is not just because it's raining, but also that there's water standing on the track because of how it is raining. Southward, oh my gosh, 2021 repeat. Yeah, pretty much. What the? There's a conga line in the crowd that F1 TV is showing. This is where we're at this point. We've got kartings and conga lines. Charles Leclerc is out of his car, so he's probably, again, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Wait a second. George is getting into his car. Do they think that they may be able to go out? We got 9 more legs to go before we hit 600. Now's a great time to do that. If you haven't liked, subscribe. Now's a great time. We do go live for every session. That includes every practice, qualies, the sprint races, the race itself. We also went earlier this year. Went live for the pre-race. I mean the preseason testing as well. Yeah, drivers are getting in their cars, but I'm not. I've got to know. So again, the F1 website says that FP3 remains on red flags due to heavy water on the track. We're not sure why that drivers are getting into their cars. Several are getting out of their cars. So Lando's getting ready to get into his car. They've gone to a shot of Max. He's not getting in his car though. They're going to driving the karting track instead. Practice isn't over just yet. I don't think they've called it officially. We've got 6 minutes to go in this session. I see someone pointing out the sergeant is on the track, but he's not actually on the track. Technical go. What, Paulo? Why did Yuki get a 60 place penalty? It's not a 60 place penalty. It would have been collectively 60. Basically, when you go above 15 places, it's to back of the grid. And basically, Yuki has taken part after part after part to improve. Basically, he's taken like 6 different parts on the car. That includes the internal engine, like uh, the control mechanics, the both MGU8s and the MGUH, MUG. Yeah, basically, he's got a whole new car, and so he's going to be starting at back of the grid. Uh, Frank asking, did the financial penalties go through? Or are they scrapped? What are we talking about in terms of financial penalties, Frank? We are under 5 minutes to go in this session right now. It's a good question whether race control is going to call the session, or are they just going to let the time run. Like Sergeant in his car. What happened? Why it's a red flag? Basically, after we went, so about 30 minutes ago, we went green. No one out. If the rain intensified, no one on track, and then the track got more treacherous. More water, standing water, was on the track. There was something yesterday with Max, Sonoda, and Ricardo. Um, there was a pit lane. There were documents generated for pit lane speeding, but they were all pulled back. So there might have been an issue on the something that was an error generated on the FIA side to have those documents were generated, but they were all pulled back. I know Ricardo was tagged twice in that that section yesterday. So are we going green? We are going green. So we're going to resume at 13:28 local time. Is that Sainz? Who's that? It's one of the Ferraris at the front. I think that's Sainz out front. Both of the Haas's are out. We're now we've gone back to a track clear. They're gonna go green in a moment. One of the Stakes is out. One of the Alpines is out. Yeah, that's. So we are 2 minutes to go, and they've gone green. So they're gonna do a lap around, maybe do one fast lap. Um, no, the cars that are coming out right now are the benefit of going out right now is so that they can do a practice start. Like Yuki just came out with 1 minute and 22 seconds ago. He's probably not going to make it around in time to do a lap after everything's said and done. Um, and Carlos is into the gravel. So he's taking the so it's a basically a glorified outlap. And again, we've got 42 seconds to go. Wondering, are you not allowed to finish? No, you're not allowed to. If you get across the start finish line before time runs out, you're allowed to finish the lap you're on. If time runs out, you're not allowed. Basically, you've taken the checkered flag, and the session for you is over. So both Sainz and Magnussen are out. Doing a replay of what happened with Carlos. Trying to pick up speed, and he did not brake in time and went in through the gravel. Hit the warning track and came back. Ooh, Yuki came out and his back end slid out behind him as he came out of the garage. So Carlos is going to be able to. No, Carlos did not make it around, so he was the first one out. So he's taken the checkered flag. So basically, he is gonna go around, and then set up for a practice start at this point. What if you already passed the pit lane entry but not crossed the finish line? Basically this is like Yuki. Basically just went out on track. So basically he's allowed to finish the lap. He's on, and then he'll take the checkered flag. What happens is that then they will go around. Basically, you're allowed to go around one more time, and cars then allowed to do practice starts at the start finish line. So basically, what we're seeing right now is cars coming out on track so that they could do practice starts at the start finish line. So like here is Ricardo right now. Uh, Ricardo went to the pit. So Ocon, Zoe, and Sonoda right now going over through the final chain over the line. They will be be told to go around again if they want to do a practice start. So we're going to get Sainz, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Ocon, Sonoda doing practice starts. They're the only ones on track. And they are kicking up. They are kicking up a lot of spray. Sainz didn't set a lap time. Who were we watching going? That was one of the Haas's. I want to thank the 1,500 you that are here right now. We got 634 likes. Thank you so much. If everything was correct, basically we're going to stay here after I get off stream. I think races will most likely play the ad one more time, and then go to music. And we'll stay here until Quali, which will be about 2.5 hours, my understanding. Ryan should be here for the Quali session. If not, it rained too hard. No, I'm joking. Ryan should be here. So this will be the last time you'll hear from me this weekend. I want to thank everyone who's in green, the family, for showing up. I want to thank everyone else who's been here. I know there has not been an exciting session in terms of action on track, but we get a red flag. For those who don't know, I am the harbinger of red flag. For everyone else here, I will see. Yeah, thank you for the survival commentary. I've actually had sessions that have gone worse. I was on the session for the first practice session in Vegas where Sainz got the drain cover pulled up on him. I was at the Canadian session where they realized there was an issue with the track cameras, and did not have full coverage on the track, and there was issues with the cameras, and that caused issues. They had to red flag the track. Basically, it was an incident on the track. Didn't realize there was an issue with the cameras, which kept the red flag going. I think 55 minutes total. They did dismiss the session. So I am going to take off right now. This is the last time you'll hear from me this weekend. I will be here in chat for Quali in 2.5 hours later on. I'm going to take off right now. Have a safe weekend, everyone. Be better than Spa, or be having fun in the crowd at Spa, I guess. So, next time you'll hear from me will be almost a month, because when we go after this race weekend, we're going to go on for the summer break. So you'll hear from me again end of August. We come back for, I forget which race it is, but we'll be back. We'll be back for. I'll be back at the end of August for practice again. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see. I'll see you in chat later on today.
This livestream is sponsored by PureVPN. If you ever try to access online content only to be met with a message saying this content is not available in your region, you are not alone. Many people face territorial restrictions that are especially painful when you are traveling, and we, the F1 fans, know that very well. PureVPN has a solution to this issue by quickly changing the location of your device, which allows you to access content that may be restricted in your current region. For example, if you're watching Formula 1 on ORF or Sirbus TV in Austria, but for this race you had to travel to a country where these channels are restricted, PureVPN will quickly allow you to change your device location and enjoy your favorite program or app. All you have to do is log into your PureVPN account and change the location to one of 6,000 VPN servers in more than 65 countries, and you're all set within seconds. By clicking the link in the description below, you will get 80% off and 3 months for free if you sign up today. But that is not all. For all racing statistics fans listening right now, you will get an additional 10% discount by using the coupon RACING10. Follow the F1 action with PureVPN and Racing Statistics.